Happy pre-Friday. It is Thursday. Accountability check-in. I have been consistent with the increase in my physical activity. If I'm not walking 2 miles, I'm biking. I'm biking. And I set a goal on my phone for me to reach 300 calories before I stop because I used to, just work out until I felt tired, which would be around the 20-minute mark. And I would stop and I wouldn't wait for my second wind to kick in. And because that second wind is real, you push through it, your body is amazing, isn't it? So what was I saying? Oh, I got distracted by me. Um, So I didn't wait for the second wind to kick in and I would stop. So I use my phone. I have the Samsung Health app. So when my goal is 300 calories, which is about, well, what they say, 38 minutes and 47 seconds. So I have a goal and it tells you like you got your 5 minutes in, your 10 minutes in, your 15 minutes in. Usually by 25 minutes in, like clockwork, I'm ready to quit. And then I hear, you could do it. You're almost there. And I'm like, okay. And I do it. So I've been really good. I'm feeling good. I haven't weighed myself because I'm gonna do it once a week and not every day like I was doing, like a fanatic. Um, because I'm a woman of a certain age and I have a cycle and I fluctuate greatly with the water weight and retention because a pair of shoes that I tried on in the store fit perfectly. And then when I went to go wear them, they were tight. So I knew, and even my mother said my feet look swollen. So I know, that's not an accurate depiction of all my hard work. I'm distracted by these lips, honey. These lips is popping. This is Express lip gloss from the outlet. I think I paid $2 for it. But anyway, I haven't worn lip gloss since high school. Is it coming back? I don't know. Maybe that's why I was at the outlet because nobody wear it anymore. But I like it. My lips are naturally dark, so it looks like I did, a lot of lip art on my lips, and I didn't. It's just some chapstick and gloss, baby. So that is my accountability check-in. Your girl has been regular with her physical activity. Pain is minimal. Minimal. My knees are starting to feel stiff, but other than that, nothing. Them ugly Hoka shoes, I gotta give them credit where credit is due. Walking used to be very painful for me, but now it is not. And even after walking used to be painful, now it is not. The biking, the knees are starting to feel it a little bit, but I think I would be feeling it a little bit more if I did not stretch. And I have been stretching. Even my husband saw me getting off the bike. He was like, "Oh, you stretching?" I'm like, "Yes, I stretch every single time after I do the bike because I think that's what's helping me not be sore." Because that's the problem when you start a workout is you get sore and then you lose your motivation because you're in so much pain. So little 5 minute yang yang stretch. I don't even know if I'm doing it right. I just know you're not supposed to bounce and it's not supposed to hurt, right? It's supposed to feel good. It's not supposed to hurt. So I just stretch my legs until I feel like but it doesn't hurt. I don't bounce. And so far nothing's been torn or hurt or anything. Good. Kudos to me. Now, I want to talk about her. So I follow the R. Kelly thing. And I've been following it because I don't want to say I'm a fan. I'm a fan of no one. I like art. I enjoy art. I don't really like any particular artist or entertainer as a person. I like their art, the product they produce. I was a very big consumer of R. Kelly's music. To me, R. Kelly's music, along with the miseducation of Lauryn Hill, who is Jill Scott, Kanye's college dropout, late registration, old Kanye, What else? Back into the early 90s, Crisscross for me. All of these were soundtracks to my young adulthood, teenage years. R. Kelly music was one of them. I anticipated another Trapped in the Closet episode. I would rewatch them on YouTube. I was a big fan of his art, his music. When and I watched the tape as a kid in my homegirl's house with her big brothers. It was a tape they bought at the train station. We all watched it, and that was it. We still consumed his music. We all knew. We all knew that he married Aaliyah underage. We all knew, and we still consumed his music. However, I'm also a big fat juicy feminist, and I was torn between giving it all up, separating the man from the art. Do I still listen to his music? Do I still give him the views or streams or whatever necessary for him to continue to make money? I struggle with that. I also struggle with that with Bill Cosby, right? I also struggle with that with Harvey Weinstein movies. Even though he didn't act in none of them, his name comes up. Weinstein Productions. I struggle with that. And then I had this aha moment with the whole scandal with the Black Lives Matter non-for-profit versus the movement. And I watch a lot of YouTubers, so I apologize. But one of you guys said, come on now, be real. You have to separate the message from the non-for-profit. You can't just throw away the Black Lives Matter movement based on this potential alleged scandal of the non-for-profit. And I said, fuck yeah. They're mutually exclusive. The movement and the non-for-profit are two different things. And I said, well, if I can give that grace to the Black Lives Matter movement, I can do that between the art and the artist. I heard Van Gogh was a psycho, stalker, abuser, cut off his ear. We still go to the museum and look at his art, right? I still listen to R. Kelly's music. I don't go out and search for it, but there was a moment in time, half a year ago, when people were doing these TikTok dances to one of his songs. And I was in the height of the trial, these TikTok dances with their children. I don't know if they were R. Kelly supporters or not, but I loved the song. The song was really, really good. The song is really good. And I think it was a collab. So do you punish the other artists who collabed with R. Kelly based on what R. Kelly did? I can't do that. I'm an artist, literal artist. I appreciate art. I would take art lessons and drawing and sculpting. I always aced my art classes. One of my pictures that I did in high school of a Timberland boot is still hung up in my mother's house. I played music. Even to me, sport is an art. I played sports. Now, was I any good or could I make any money off of it? No, but I consider myself an artist. My kids draw. We have tons of colored pencils and crayons and paper. We go through so much paper. We're artists. My husband has a bachelor's degree in art, majored in photography. We're artists. And that's probably why we're joined together, because we appreciate art, right? So music is art. And I still listen to his music and I still get warm, fuzzy, nostalgic, good vibes, uplifted when I listen to it. How many graduations did you go to and all the little kids had to sing I Believe I Could Fly? Come on. I Believe I Could Fly and Step in the Name of Love will live in my head rent free forever. I know every single word, every single cadence, every single beat, every single pause. of I Believe I Can Fly and Step in the Name of Love. They're masterpieces that should be put in the Library of Congress. Just facts. So I say that to say that, yes, all of this stuff is really bad, really, really bad, what he did as a person for whatever reason. But his art is going to live on, and I have to consume it because I crave good shit, and that shit is good shit. Now, all of that was to say that allegedly some text messages between one of the women that the parents said that he was keeping against their will and not letting them see her, yada yada yada. They were all in the documentary, all on social media. You know who they are. It's not the one that left and got pregnant. It's the other one. I'm not going to say their name. Well, apparently text messages from her mother were released showing that she incentivized her daughter to use her youthful, childlike, feminine wiles, I'm going to say it like that, to entice R. Kelly so she could get in with him, right? These text messages have come out. The girl's or the woman's sister have said those messages are not real. But I've been seeing a lot of videos. Does this exonerate him? Like, he's still guilty of all the other shit. But in particular, was he set up? Was he taken advantage of? Is he exonerated? Yada, yada, yada. Now, if it's true that R. Kelly believed this at the time, she was not. If he believed she was 18, she said she was 18, he believed she was 18, I don't know. To me, 18 is not illegal, right? It's not illegal, but to me, it's still gross. And it's still gross to me if you're a grown-up with a decade far removed from 18. So let's talk about Marcus Houston. Marcus Houston, at 38 years old, or 41 or something like that, married a 19-year-old whom he claimed that he met at 17, but didn't really talk or pursue anything until she was 18. Now, I wasn't born at night, and I was not born last night. Give me a motherfucking break. No, you didn't. And even if you did, were you grooming her? Because grooming is a thing too. And there's a lot of shit that came out that she might have been a missing person, etc., etc. But 20 years, Marcus Houston, 20 years? What the fuck does an 18-year-old, because you didn't meet her and date her at 18, you married her at 19, right? You married her at 19, which means there had to have been some time. So when you started talking to her, let's say you did do that, you cut her off, and then you hit her back up on her 18th birthday, right? What the fuck does an 18-year-old bring to a 38-year-old? What do you bring to their life? That's 20 fucking years of life experience, relationships, everything that this child does not possess. Because I'm 39. An 18-year-old is a child to me. I don't care what the law says, what the books say. A pimply-faced 18-year-old fresh out of high school is a child to me. You can't do nothing for me but show me in the direction of your pappy. Okay, if I was a single woman and an 18-year-old was interested in me, bet, where's your father? That's who I want. I want your pappy. I don't want you. I'm about to be your mother. I want to be your mom. I want to be a stepmom. I want to buy you stuff on your birthday, help you fill out college applications, wipe the snot and the crust out of your eyes, iron your shirt for your college interview. I want to be your mother, not your lover. So I go to say, Marcus, what the fuck did an 18-year-old bring to your life? He did an interview on TV One. This is why I'm bringing this up, saying that she didn't know who you were and you're not famous anymore. I don't even know who you were. He was like, I was in love. Of course she's not going to know who you were, because when you were popping, the egg in her mother didn't even ripen, didn't even mature to be released from the follicle to be fertilized when you were popping, Marcus. Her mother was not even ready to release that egg when you were a child. And when you became her age, when you married her, okay? Because when you were 19, she still wasn't ready to be made. So when you were 20, she was developing in her mother's uterus. Of course, she doesn't know who the fuck you are. And that just goes to show me that he has the fucking Michael Jackson syndrome. This is why Michael Jackson wanted to be around children, stagnant and in the development and stuck in the age of their trauma. Now, y'all know I'm not licensed in nothing, but I've studied the brain extensively. Now I have a psychology degree with a minor in childhood development. When you are a victim of abuse, right? When you are a victim of abuse as a child, most of the time you are stuck in that age, right? Now, if y'all don't follow hip hop news, I do. There was allegations that Raz B from B2K made on Marcus Houston and Chris Lighty and said that all of this nefarious boy touching shit happened. I believe Raz B. Okay? I do. I believe him. Grooming, SA, making them do things with each other, and he names Marcus Houston. Late teens. Marcus Houston, late teens. Okay? When this was happening, allegedly, right? Late teens. Who does he find comfort and solace in? What kind of person he finds comfort and solace in? A girl in her late teens. Right? A girl in her late teens. He is stagnant in his development. Marcus Houston is I think he's 41 now, a 41-year-old, physically, 18, mentally. Now, women, look out for these type of men because they are out there. You might think you're getting a 41-year-old. He's 18. Look for the signs. Are y'all always fighting about him doing grown-up shit? Is he always combative with you when you hold him accountable for doing grown-up shit? When he does this grown-up shit, does he expect you to show gratitude and appreciation and da-da-da-da-da? Look for the signs. Same thing with R. Kelly. He talked about him being assaulted and stuff as a child. Stagnant in his development at the age of his abuse. Right? And he said it was like 6. Like he was like 6, right? When it started. They said a motherfucker can't read. 6-year-olds can't read. He act like a fucking child. You ever seen him on the doing interviews? He acts like a child. There's something to this. I know the science of psychology is a theory, but you know, when it fits, it fits. If it look like a duck and quack like a duck, it's a motherfucking adolescent stagnant male.